Hey guys, привіт, друзі! The first video where 7 foreigners from different countries react to Ukraine got over 100,000 views. Oh my gosh, thank you! So I decided to make a new video where 5 foreigners from Germany, Scotland, US, Japan and Egypt came to Ukraine, and we asked them why did they decide to come here, where in Ukraine did they go, and what were their first impressions. This video is gonna be very interesting, so keep watching until the end. Thank you so much for being on my channel. If you are new, then make sure to subscribe below and enjoy watching this video. Hey, introduce yourself.
I'm Daniel. I'm from Bavaria in Germany and I work as an electrical engineer. I'm 27.
My name is Kasai from Japan. My job is outsourcing from Ukraine to Japanese company.
My name is Fujie Kasai.
My name is Kaylin. I'm from the United States and I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I'm a diplomat. My husband works at the embassy and there's not a whole lot to tell. We're just diplomats. We're here by permission or invitation of the Ukrainian government. He is here in Ukraine with me. And my 2 sons, Xander and Connor. They're just about to turn 13 and 10.
My name is Mike. I'm originally from Scotland. I teach English here in Kiev and I'm a skiing instructor in winter in Austria. Have a lot of life experience.
I am from Egypt. My name is Mohammed.
Is it your first time in Ukraine?
Yeah, it's my first time in Ukraine.
How long have you been here already?
Around 15-16 days, I don't know exactly.
Is it your first time here?
Here.
First time?
Can you stop?
About 10 years ago, about 10 years ago, we live in Ukraine.
Right. Dad, 10 years.
10 years.
No, I lived in Ukraine for 1 year back in 2012 to 2013.
What brought you here?
My husband's job, government tells us where to go, and so that's where we go.
And like whole family was here in Ukraine in 2012?
Yes, and they were little then. My kids were really little.
And this is your second time here, right?
Yes.
No, I've been living here now for 3 years, but I'm only here in the summer. I live in Austria in the winter. Winter I'm in the mountains and summer I'm here in the big city, and this gives me a balance in life that's quite agreeable for me anyway.
And how do you find students in Ukraine?
The students are very enthusiastic at the beginning. Well, to achieve anything with anybody in any country, it's important to do this over a period of time and to build this up. It's a building process that lasts longer than 10 minutes. And I think some people might be impatient.
Learning English. How long have you already been in Ukraine?
3 years.
Why did you decide to visit Ukraine?
Before it was not Ukraine where I wanted to travel. I wanted to go to Iceland and I just had like 2 weeks. It was not enough and a colleague and me, we decided to go to Eastern Europe. So he said, okay, let's go to Ukraine.
It's your suggestion to go to Ukraine?
No, it was his, but I was on my bucket list to go. Then we want to go to Ukraine. Unfortunately, he couldn't go because of vacation. So I'm traveling alone here.
Alone?
Yes.
Oh, that's brave.
I used to travel alone actually. I like to travel alone because it's easier to get in contact with new people. When you're in the house, it's like just easy to get to know new people, and I feel more free. I feel more free to go wherever I want and stay longer wherever I want. Yeah.
I think Kiev is very safety, not dangerous. All people are very kind.
That is a good question. After many years of living in London and Europe, I decided it was time for a change, and my personal life wasn't running quite as I wished it to. And here in Ukraine, you have 3.6 million more beautiful women than men. A part of me is from east of Europe anyway. Half of my family comes from Krakow in Poland. I understand the mentality, I think, quite well. I can relate with this part of the world.
I am studying in medical university, Bogomolets. I'm gonna be a doctor. It's really nice to be a doctor, I think. To treat people, make them feel better.
So that's why, so this was the reason why you came here, right?
Yes.
Where have you been in Ukraine?
Like I arrived here in Kiev and I was here like 4 days and I did like an action sightseeing thing. I was going everywhere here, like up the hills to the
Ski descent, yeah?
yes to the churches, to the monasteries,
Saints
all churches,
all
everything.
Churches. We have a lot.
Yeah, and to this mother monument,
Okay.
mothership.
Like Liberty Statue. What you
Yeah,
can
the Liberty
remember.
Statue of Ukraine. Yeah, right. Yeah, I was just going around here, exploring the city. I have I checked on Google some recommendations with a good place to see, what's nice to see, and just went by myself with the metro station and then just walking. I was going also to Odessa.
Odessa.
Yeah, and Lviv, and as well here the Lviv croissant.
Yeah.
I love the food here. I love the croissants here. Like I love Kiev and I love Lviv, but they're like totally different. Lviv is like they're smaller, a small like central part, and Kiev is just really big and like a lot of places to see. But they're just different styles. I love both cities.
And it would be cool to go to Odessa in summer, especially, like so you could swim.
In summer, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a city for tourism.
Yeah. As well as Lviv, lots of tourists.
Yeah, there's
there
a lot of
always,
tourism.
Yeah.
I think Lviv has a more history, more culture. Also, like the scene is like different. The restaurants. They put a lot of efforts in how they show restaurants. Like they're just a different style. I was also in Kamiec-Podilsky. It was also nice. I love this castle. I love the castle there. And I'm just a little bit into photographing, so did a lot of shots there. I don't have time, but when I come back, I will go
You want to come back?
Of course, I want to come back. I want to go to Chernivtsi, Kharkiv, and to travel in the Carpathian Mountains. I didn't have time to go hiking there, but next time I want to go hiking.
Lviv, Odessa, Carpathia, and Donetsk and Yalta. But now we can't go. We can't go Yalta and Donetsk. Kiev is very nice. Interesting store, a restaurant, many restaurants.
I like Andreevsky's Uzviz a lot. We walk, because it's close to where I live, so we walk almost every day. We walk around. And I like the artist alley, so to see all the paintings and things. The Lviv chocolate and the Drunken Cherry and I don't know the name of it, the restaurant next door to the Drunken Cherry is a barbecue place. And it's so good. It's the closest we've been able to find like to American barbecue.
Really?
And it's very fast, which we like. This is actually my first time to the Arsenalna Park, but we go to the Landscape Park and Shevchenko Park. I have been to Lviv and I have been to Odessa. Lviv is like a little Europe. It feels very European and the architecture is beautiful. I like how Ukrainian it is. Like all the people, like if I'm going to speak to someone, it's going to be Ukrainian and there won't be as much confusion with Russian and speaking Sushik. Yes. Because it happens a lot where someone will speak to me and I will say, I only speak Ukrainian. And they say, oh good, I will speak Ukrainian to you. And then a slew of Russian words will come out with a couple of Ukrainian words. And I'm like, that's not Ukrainian.
Yeah, it's really
and they're like,
confusing.
Ponila. I'm like, even, no.
Okay, what about Odessa? Did you visit it in summer?
In summer, actually, we were just there a couple weeks ago, I believe. So we stayed at the Grand Marine. We didn't spend a whole lot of time in actually the city of Odessa. We were there for the pool and the beach because my sons needed to get out of the city for a little bit. But what I saw of the city of Odessa was very cool. I got to see the Potemkin Steps. I saw the outside of the Opera House, the very tiny wax museum. We spent some time on the beach and a lot of times at the pool. And I had a very interesting spa experience.
She talks like that because in Ukraine there is a wide variety of amazing spa experiences, which I miss a lot by living now in the United States, because those things are either unavailable here or are very, very expensive. So if you want to have some fun spa experience, then welcome to Ukraine.
I made the mistake of going to the Bessarabsky market, not knowing that that's kind of a touristy trap. It's more expensive. So I go to Lukyanivska, and I actually live near Lesy Honchara, and there's a market there every Friday. That's really good. So, and they've gotten to where they see me coming and they know me now and they call me over and help me out.
I live at Представтесь, Ukraine, and it's very convenient for life in the city centre, for business, for my job. A big plus is the metro system here, where you can reach anywhere within 15 or 20 minutes. And this is something that's better here than in Europe, because I have to wait a lot longer for a train or a bus in Europe.
How long do you have to
Oh, a lot longer, really. Half an hour, could be
What?
3/4 of
Half
an
an
hour.
hour?
Yeah, I don't know. Yes.
Here, when people wait for more than 3 minutes, they're like, ah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't have to wait more than 1.5 minutes for a metro train over here. It's very good. I've visited Lviv,
Oh, Lviv, yes.
and I enjoyed it very much. That has an interesting history because the borders have changed over many years. It used to be Lemberg, used to belong to the Hungarian Austrian Empire. Then there are strong Polish influences.
Yeah.
It was a very interesting place and I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, I came to Lviv, and after this I came back here to Kiev. Too nice, two cities. I just visited some restaurants. I like to come to the center for a walk so I can release my stress. I'm a home guy. I don't like going outside too much. But it's really nice city.
What about parks? Do you like our parks? Like Mariinsky?
Yes, I passed those parks, yes. Parks are too nice here in Ukraine. Natural sites are too nice. I want to visit Odessa for the sea, maybe in summer, next summer I hope.
We will continue watching this video in a moment, but for now, please make sure to hit the like button if you enjoy watching this video. Making videos like this are not easy during the pandemic. Natalia, my agent in Kyiv, was risking her life by interviewing foreigners. So please support my channel by hitting the like button for our efforts. Thank you. Thank you. What are your impressions about Ukraine?
Ukraine is way more modern than I thought it is. It's really modern. Like, you have modern cars, you have like what I love is like everyone is paying with a smartphone. Like when you pay with card, actually you're already old school. Like everyone's paying with the phone. Even the metro station, you can just pay with the phone. And this is pretty forward, pretty modern. In Germany it's not that developed. Oh, like it's more cash. We love the cash, yes. When you pay there with card, it's like, wow, okay, this is magic. We just love the cash money. But like the young people, they are getting more into it.
Over there, Ukrainsky number one shop in the world, Barenki.
You like?
Yes, Barenki.
I mean, good. I can tell you that when we were getting our assignments, that we were allowed to kind of give some input of where we would like to go, and I wholeheartely wanted to come back to Ukraine from the year that we lived here previously. I find the people to be very friendly, and they're don't smile quite as much to strangers on the street, but once they've seen you more than once, you're very close and they're very happy to see you. And I love Ukrainian culture and I enjoy Ukraine a whole lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about your children? What are their impressions about Ukraine and Ukrainians and your husband?
It's a little more difficult for my sons because they don't speak the language, but again, they're treated so well. Kids seem to be very cherished here in Ukraine, which I find very refreshing. I remember when we were here previously, when my sons were younger, we didn't have a vehicle, so we did everything on public transport, which is amazing, by the way. The public transport in Ukraine and Kyiv is really, really awesome. My youngest son was about 2, almost 3 years old, and if I got on a metro with him and my older son who was 5 or 6, people would get up and give me their chair. And it was very often like a babusia would get up and offer their seat to my sons, which does not happen in the States. It's kind of the other way around. The elderly are more revered and given the open seats and things like that. We're under the impression that just children in general, and especially little boys, are very cherished here in Ukraine, which is nice. I feel safe having my boys go out. My oldest will actually go for walks by himself. He can actually go to the productis and pick up bread and milk and things, because there's little shops on every corner, which is very convenient. And he will ride his bike and go for walks. He has a lot more autonomy here than he would if we were in the United States.
So do you mean it's safer in a way here?
I think so. As far as major cities go, like if we lived in New York, I don't know that I would feel safe with him going out as much as he does here. I feel much safer here.
And what does your husband think about this place?
He enjoys it a lot. He actually gets to, his job is such that he gets to show people around Kyiv and make reservations at restaurants, and he gets to go to all the really nice places to entertain as a diplomat, which is cool. So he gets to see a little bit fancier versions of Kyiv than I do, and he gets to see a whole lot more of Ukraine than I do, because his job actually allows him to travel some more. And my kids are in school, and so I have to be here. I love Ukrainian food. I have gained 15 pounds since moving to Ukraine. I love vareniki and holubtsi, and I actually really, really like sala, but you can't have sala without having vodka, so I don't have it very often.
What do your children like from Ukrainian food?
They like vareniki. They like borscht, okay, but honestly, mostly they eat sushi, because sushi's everywhere. It's even in restaurants where it doesn't belong, there's sushi. So they're happy. They get sushi and pizza and pasta carbonara, but if those aren't options, they like, the potatoes are always good. Ukrainian potatoes are amazing.
Like mashed?
No, the roasted, the fried potatoes with the onions and the mushrooms and the, see, I think I'm gaining weight sitting here talking about it.
How different is Ukrainian food from American?
Dill. Dill is the biggest difference between American food and Ukrainian food. We don't have dumplings, like vareniki is not a common thing, but any dish that could be kind of American, if you removed dill from it, we probably have something similar to it in the United States. Because we're such a melting pot, most of our dishes, we don't have any like national cuisine. So most of our dishes are from all over. Like we can't claim pizza as our own, we can't claim pasta as our own. I don't even think hamburgers are originally American.
Generally speaking, I think there's very big, massive potential here in Ukraine for business development and agricultural advantages and development. Unfortunately, we have a system here that isn't so good for everybody in general, because you don't have a good credit system here. In Europe, we have a good credit system that enables everybody to buy an apartment, a home, a car, or household appliances.
Yeah.
They can get whatever they need on with long-term credit at reasonable interest rates. And
here
it's a big problem because interest starts at about 24%, and there are no possibilities, any chance of making progress in life to be able to buy whatever you need, you know. And it's a cash business here. It's as simple as that. Carry on, continuing to try making progress in life and change your system. Both presidential candidates at the last election wanted closer links with Europe and the West, and that is possible, but a lot of changes have to happen here before this marriage can take place, because there are a lot of problems that exist that need to be changed before this can happen. We need a mini revolution to be able to achieve this, I think, you know. To be able to change the system is very difficult here, but it does need to happen to a great extent before Ukraine can achieve anything in the future.
What did you guys think? Do you like the video? Let me know in the comments what do you guys think, and I'm planning to have more videos like this. Let me know, do you want videos with more foreigners with their thoughts and reactions to Ukraine? I'm really curious because making such video in the pandemic is not so easy. So it's really important for me to know whether you guys like this stuff. With a lot of love and kisses from me to you. Bye bye!